Hey guys, in this video we will actually be making a calculator. Very excited for this. This is actually very simple just as well. So pretty much go ahead and create a new Windows application, let it load up, and let it take its time. For time's sake, you guys, I will be pausing the video, then unpausing it as I type code just to make it seem a lot faster and just simpler for you guys. Because all you guys have to do is go on my website, copy and paste the code, and boom, there you go. So let's first off create a text box. This is going to be just go down here, get a text box, boom, put it right up top. You can make it bigger or smaller. I'm not going to. And then we just need buttons. You don't even need buttons. You could use labels if you really wanted to. Go ahead, create a button, name it 1, or yeah, whatever you want. And actually for this, we're going to want to have it the same size. I'm going to do 25 by 25 because I know that's a fine fit. And then font, if you want, you can make that bigger. However, I'm just going to change the flat style to flat. Now you're going to want to add 9 more of these, and then we can continue. So what we want to do now is make sure that the 0 is number 10, and make sure that all these line up together, otherwise your code will not work. So these are all going by the text box number. And then we have our decimal right here, then we can add our plus, minus, whatever. We will do these in the order of our keyboard. First we have minus, then we have plus, and then we have, actually we should do please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So first I know comes multiplication, so we need to have our times, then comes division, then comes adding, and then comes our subtraction. So there's our please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. If you guys don't know that, I'm sorry. And then we need one more thing, and of course that is our equal sign. And you can just have this spell out equal whatever. And we will get our value right here. So we can have blank. So value 1, operator, and then we can have our value 2, and then we can have what it's equal to. Now this is just it's simple to see what's going on. You can make these all hidden when it's done, but I'm going to base everything off of these. So first of all, this equal sign and these numbers. Okay, so let's first start off with 0. This is going to be a lot harder than how I normally make them, but this is going to be the simplest for you guys. So it's going to say text box 1 dot append text, and then just put whatever value inside, so 0. And you're going to do this for every single button that has a value. So after you have every single append text added in every single one, you can quickly add the numbers to them just by going 1, 2, 3, 4. It's actually really annoying to do this. You guys have no idea. I have to do this a lot. A lot of my programs. But you'll get used to it. It's all great in the end. Okay, so after you have every single one of those added in, we can then do our symbol here. So basically what this is going to say is for every single one of these, we're going to need a single code. So it's going to say label 1.text is equal to text box 1.text. So that's going to be our first operator, knowing that we're only doing special digits. Which means we're only going to have 2 times 2 is equal to 4. And then we're going to reset the calculator to another one. So let's go ahead and set this up. We should actually copy the code and paste it in every single one of these. Since we did these in orders as please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, we can now further understand this. Now label 2.text is equal to my operator, which would be x. So label 2 dot text is equal to my operator, which would be divide. Label 2 dot text is equal to my operator, which is addition. Label 2 dot text is equal to my operator, which would be minus. So there we have all those. And whenever one of those are actually clicked, we want text box 1 to be cleared. Text box 1 not clear. We already stored our value. A lot of people want to do this in your settings or with variables, but in this case we don't really need to. If you really wanted to, you'll learn that how to do that later on. So text box 1 dot clear. Could honestly just paste the code if I really wanted to. Clear. And I will fix it. Text box 1 dot clear. So after you have every single one of those pasted in, we're going to analyze what's going to happen here. I'm just going to run through the code so you can see what's going to happen, what that append text all means. So if you have 10, 02, 84, 56, 89 times, so we have this large number multiplied by blank, and yeah. So a better way to maybe better have this all is something like this, is where it's aligned. And it might even be better to have just a divider, so that way they can kind of see what's actually going on. So just so you guys understand what I just did there graphically is, and this is going to look ugly for a moment, but if you have 102, 8589 multiplied, and then we input our next value, then hit equal, we will find out how this was set up. So we want to bring this to the front, bring it down a few pixels, then that will look fine. So now when they input their next value, they're going to hit equal, and the equal button is basically going to say, hey, so label 3.text is equal to text box 1.text. Then we're going to say if label 2.text is equal to, first we did times, and then we want every single one of our operators. And actually I'm going to introduce the else if statement. Else if label 2.text is equal to divide, then but else if label 2.text is equal to the plus sign. Else if label 2.text is equal to the minus sign. So here now we have our code very nicely set up, and we can put in each one of our functions. And basically everything's going to be the same, just we want label 5.text 1, 2, 3, actually it'd be 4.text, which is our value, what's going to be equal to. Label 4.text is equal to our value of label 1.text times the value of label 3.text. So we can go ahead and paste this for every single one of these. And we just want to change the operator. So divide, plus, and then minus. So just to double check, 1, 2, and 3. So 3 and 4, 4, 3. Okay, we did this correctly, so let's go ahead and give this a shot. So 102 times 2 is equal to, should say, 204. So when it is equal to label 3 dot text, which is label 3, is equal to whatever is in the text box. And label 4 is equal to label 1 times the value of label 3. 1 times 3. So if label 2, just make sure that we're getting our operator. Label 2, let's give this another shot. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Okay, so I just hit the equal sign wrong, which was a logical error in my own mind. So now if we do 45 times 45, it's equal to... So we really do have to clear this out afterwards. So we need a clear button. And we can just clear that out and just add a little thing right here that says label 1.text.clear, label 2.clear, label. So after you input all that information right there, we can now do 1 times 6 is equal to, something's wrong with that. So now we can clear everything, restart. So 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Or we could do clear 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. Or 5, or clear 5 divided by 1 is equal to 5. However, whenever we do 5 times 5, our value is invalid. That is because our symbol should be X there, and then the whole program should actually work. So that's great, you guys. We did something successful. It did take a lot of time, and it was probably kind of boring, but I don't judge you if it was boring or not. This is just so you can understand your operators, how they're going to work, and so forth. So that's really all for this video. The code will be above this video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.